Look, I just don't think exceptions send the right message. I understand this family situation is an unfortunate one, and I understand there's lots of people in the community who like and value them, and that's entirely appropriate. But if we soften the rules about how people who choose to ignore this country's rules about how you can and can't come here, well, it has consequences. We were told under the Rudd-Gillard-Rudd governments that we could be a little softer on this front and it wouldn't make a difference. Australians were told that, we could show a little heart and it wouldn't make anything wrong in our community, and we saw that not to be true. 50,000 people on more than 800 boats, too many people dying at sea. That is not compassion. That is not doing the right thing by people who are coming from dangerous places, risking it all to come to safety, who are, the kind of people for whom we owe protection. And it's not the right way to deal with people who are trying to do the wrong thing either. And when we empower people smugglers who are always waiting for an opportunity to make a buck on the vulnerability of people who want to seek a better life, then we are empowering some of the worst elements of the world and the way that they would seek to exploit us. That's not good for anyone, as much as we, I think, are all quite rightly concerned for the health of this little girl.
Joel, I want to go to the big drug bust. Sure.
Can I just very quickly say, Amanda does herself no favours invoking lines like the Rudd-Gillard-Rudd government and politicising the situation. But I think it is hard to argue, given they watch us so closely, that there's going to be a pull factor, or we're going to embolden the people smugglers by making an exception in such exceptional circumstances. Now, I know it's hard, I acknowledge all the risk of exceptions, but these are exceptional circumstances, and I'd hate to be a people smuggler trying to sell that to my clients.
Well, Joel Fitzgibbon, look, I'm going to have to step in there because Amanda wasn't even in the Parliament when we lived through stopping the boats, and I have sat there and I have heard communiques and read briefs from plenty of people smugglers who sold this sort of story from your time in government. You couldn't bloody stop the boats. 50,000 on your watch. We lived it as Australians. Thankfully, they're stopped. Thankfully, we don't have the loss of life. I'm not going to cop it. I'm not going to cop it. As good a bloke as you are, I am not going to cop this one from Labor. I've got to ask you today, when the